お金稼ぐ俺らはスターお金稼ぐ私はスタースタースタースタースターキラキラ私はスター This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why I'm hot This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot I'm hot cause I'm fly You ain't cause you not This is why This is why This is why I'm hot
Hey, y'all. So, finally get to season 3 of Squid Game. Thank goodness it didn't take very, very long. This was a very interesting season. I didn't expect it to be as heartfelt as it was. Uh, they really tried to make you feel something this season, and by the end of it, I did. I was in my feelings with this season. I enjoyed it. Y'all drop down in the comments below and let us know how you enjoyed season 3 of Squid Game. Make sure you hit like on the channel and subscribe to the channel if you have not, for more content just like this. And this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you have not seen it and you plan to watch this season, come back. Hit like, hit watch later, and come back. But we are going to spoil this whole thing, characters, the themes of the show, all of that. But y'all, I am not here by myself. I have a guest. She was here when we talked about season 2. And I want y'all to know we did not plan these outfits ahead of time. It just worked out this way. But see, how you doing?
Hi. I'm doing well. I'm very excited to be here. I'm glad we did unintentionally coordinate for the show. Look at God. And I'm excited to talk about the final, season of Squid Games.
Or is it the final season?
Or is it?
Or is it? We at this point we don't know the way that they left off, but we gonna talk about it when we get to that part. Because that's gonna be a whole little, let's break this down. What were they trying to tell us in the end? But y'all drop in the comments below. Let us know how you enjoyed season 3. Honestly, it didn't even feel like a season 3. It just felt like Netflix just wanted to stretch this out for no apparent reason. Because this literally could have just been season 2 altogether. They could have just had one season 2. I don't know. See, how did you feel about season 3? And do you feel like they could have just kept it as a continuation, part B or something?
I think they could have just did it all as one season 2. Like it definitely didn't feel that it was a completely different season. It just felt like, we just had a hiatus, especially with the season 2 not being that far, from what we have now. I remember when season 2 was over, they said, oh, well, it's not coming out till next year. But we were literally at the end of like 2024. I was like, maybe they mean like early 2025, something like that. So I'm glad that they did kind of push it out. I'm glad we're not waiting years and years like we're waiting for the next season of Bridgerton, Netflix. But it could have been all in one season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like it would have season 2 would have been not that season 2 was bad, but I feel like season 2 would have been better if they would have just put it all in one thing, because that wrap up was that it was done nicely. Like the brutality of it all, of humanity, it struck a lot more in this season 3. But y'all, we ain't gonna hold y'all. We're gonna get right into it. If you are here, say hello in the chat so we can let us know that you in the building. All right, y'all, we coming in hard. This was a lot. Okay, this season was a lot. So we gonna start off jumping right on in here. We end off with the aftermath of the supposed, escape plan that didn't actually take place the way we thought it was going to be, because yet again, number one was a part of the games and coordinating the games all at the same time, and betrayed Gi-hun's trust. So we immediately, everybody's still tattered, torn up, and broken. These people ain't even changed clothes since they got there, okay?
Right.
The way you look when you came in is how you look right now, whether you have dirt and blood stains on your clothes. They said, all right, let's get it back. 60 of y'all.
As you are.
Exactly. Come on as you are, and we're going to hop on in here to this next game. And within the next game, hide and seek, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We see the trio here kind of trying to stick together for the game. They all ended up on the blue team. So they had the red squad and the blue squad. We got, 120, player 222, and we got moms over here.
Mm-hmm.
Now they was now one again, y'all know last season 120 was the MVP for me.
Yeah.
They was holding it down. And freaking 333 stabbed her right in the back. But she was holding her own. Okay, again, and when Buddy was just like, "I'm coming at you with a knife," and she was just like, "Let's go!" Like, let's go. But we did lose 120 in this game. And at the same time, we lost 120 in this game because she was being that protective person, and her and moms over here was protecting 222 and baby. Like, of all the times, this is the time that the baby want to pop up. Your water want to break at this. Which, of course, 222, you was irresponsible for going into these games while you was pregnant anyway.
Facts. Yeah, well into the pregnancy. It wasn't like she was, just 3 weeks pregnant, just found out.
You were well in there and took yourself to these games, but we lost 120. But see, how did you feel about this? Sometimes we have the people that we were rooting for, and we wanted them to win, and not everybody made it out of these games. Oh, and not only that, we lost mom when we got back. So it's almost like this game pretty much took her out of the picture too, because she sacrificed her lame ass son to save the baby, which she knew her son. She pretty much was telling 4, 5, 6 that her son was trash anyway. She's like, he trash. His whole life he been trash. But I mean, it was still my kid, but we got to save the baby. And I feel like the only reason she sacrificed herself was so that Gi-hun he wouldn't go have no choice.
Yeah.
Like, if she's like, if I take myself out of the picture, you won't have a choice but to be able to protect 222 and the baby. So because of hide and seek, we pretty much lost these people. See,
120 was the most devastating loss, in my opinion. The whole season, I was so sad to see them go. Especially given that they could have survived, right? But they're just such a good person. And I knew that they were going to die because they were such a good person. You can't be around for so long when you are like the pillar, like the emotional pillar of the show. So the fact that they died saving, or at least attempting to save Grandmama and 222, it just speaks to their character. And it's just such a devastating loss because, again, 222, 120, not only are they just an overall good person, they're a good protector. Like, they are skilled with the knife, skilled with the gun. They're always there whenever, someone needs them. And that was devastating to me.
And skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Boy, it was
you
versus a knife and just you with your fist. What?
See? So, yeah. And then when we get to the part where, the remaining 2 are at the door to exit, and Mama's son comes in. Was he 007 or whatever his name?
He had the wrong name from the start.
He sure did. I wasn't surprised at the ending because I knew at the end of the day she was going to protect that baby. Right or wrong. And honestly, this made me have a whole other view of what happened in season 2 when he kind of abandoned her in that one game to run into the room when you needed like 2 or 3 people in a room, each room. And he left her to go with some other guys to run into a room and left her to find someone else. I thought he was so scandalous in that after that. But seeing that mom was, ain't shit for a minute towards her son, and her stabbing him in the back because he didn't want to kill her. It was like, this is the ultimate betrayal. I'm so sad that she did that to her son, but I feel like he's justified in what he did in season 2 at this point, because she was going to take him out. when the getting get hard, she was gonna take him out. So
Well, that wasn't even all entirely. He had the chance to take somebody out before then, but he couldn't do it. 4, 5, 6 had to save his behind one time before. He was not even fit. Like without his mom, he was not going to survive anyway.
but he was trying. He tried to take somebody out. It's just that they overpowered him because he's he doesn't got no skills. He doesn't have that dog in him, right? So I felt so bad for him because if he would have taken out his mom, he would have lived. And she just honestly, it was a sacrifice for mom, yes, because she ended up unaliving herself because of guilt. So then it's really like it's all for naught. It's all for naught. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah, and I know she knew she was only going to make it so far, but she was a survivor though. Like I would have at least liked to see her try and survive herself. But yeah, I was pissed about 120 because they didn't even get a chance to fight for their life. Like when you like literally stabbed in the back, like what can you do? And stabbed in the back for protecting his baby.
By the baby daddy. By the baby daddy.
Because where was you?
I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, so I'll wait. But the whole switching of the keys and the knife was ridiculous to me from the jump. I said, "Ain't no way she about to get this man her knife now." If she did, because the baby.
So we get the baby. Did we ever give the baby a name other than Player 2?
No.
The baby just here in the game. They said apparently Squid Game said F them kids 100% because they said instead of somebody saying like pause, please hit the pause button, they should have like I thought they were gonna like take the baby out of the game, and it's just like, hey, if you don't make it, like we'll give the baby to your next of kin, or we'll take the baby somewhere safe, so one of us will keep it, like whatever. They was just like, nah, leave it.
Yeah, let the baby play the game.
Like, my thing is, everybody who was there is there of their own free will, of their choosing. Nobody was ever forced to come and play this. Now, granted, they didn't know that if they lost, they was gonna get popped.
Yeah,
but everybody chose to come into this. Baby was not a willing participant. They was just here. Okay, Minnie two was just like I literally was born yesterday. Like I just got here. How is this even fair? And that just like really speaks to like, are y'all that out of touch with humanity that an unconsenting newborn y'all have just thrust them into a life they didn't ask for? Like, how did you feel that they included the baby into the game?
Honestly, the whole baby aspect of the season threw me off from the beginning. I was like, what the heck are we doing here? Not the little CGI baby, even though this was really good CGI baby compared to like, Twilight and Renesmee and all that.
Don't do little refrigerator like that.
This baby got so much screen time and FaceTime. They was zooming on this baby every other second. And honestly, rightfully so, it did look like a pretty good CGI baby. But it didn't surprise me as much because I knew these people were wicked. And I remember when CT was saying last season how the games are just because, they give people an option and, to go in and out. I'm like, no, these people are wicked. And they just showed how wicked they are by putting this baby. They even had the baby zoom in on him when it was time to vote as if they said, oh, well, the baby's vote is disqualified because he could not consent to the vote. I'm like, oh, so he doesn't get a vote, but you're going to throw him in there as if he could or she could fight or play or anything. It's so weird. But
exactly,
I didn't like the baby aspect.
They didn't get a choice of whether they wanted to be here. They didn't get a choice of whether we could end the games. Y'all ain't even give the baby a real name and whatnot, but made them a player. And I'm like, that should go against the rules because again, everybody chose to be there except the baby. And that they're watching these games, and it's just such like, okay, because the people who are watching, they act like these aren't even human.
Yeah, horses. That's what it is.
They're not even looking at them as human. So to stack, I'm just, in most things, it's just like children and babies are off limits. But again, apparently they said F them kids. The baby can't even move on its own. Can't even walk yet. Okay. And y'all said y'all gonna be in the game.
When the mom decided that she was going to switch teams and give the dad her knife and him her key, I was certain that he was going to try to take her out while she was pregnant. I said, "Oh, the baby daddy, he going to try and get rid of both of them at the same time. He going to stab her in the stomach or something crazy." I was shocked when he didn't. I was like, okay. But then his whole thing was, "Oh, I got to stay in the games to protect her." All he did was stab 120 and then dipped. I'm like, how you really protecting this woman? You didn't really do nothing. But yeah, the baby, I don't know about the baby story.
Yeah. And exactly. We're gonna talk about 333 and his raggedy ass right now.
Let's hear it.
He wins the deadbeat dad year of award of the year. Okay, come and get your deadbeat daddy award. Because first of all, he been standing in the shadows watching her pregnant ass suffer the whole time, but just sitting there looking at her like, damn, goddamn, you know. Well, shit, yeah. Oh, girl, no, like you're watching her struggle this whole time, so that you can get like what you need for, so like the homeboys can like hype you up and stuff. Like he was more worried about the approval of like his little group than protecting the baby and the mother of the baby. Yeah. And still, but on the low, kept, you know, he tiptoe when ain't nobody looking, like, hey, you good? You all right?
You want a little extra sweet potato?
You know, I'm gonna give you some of my money when we win. You know, we gonna be all right. All right, now you be tough out there.
Yeah.
And be safe. No, you raggedy as hell. And then voted even after she had the baby. You still voted to play the game. No, I think he changed his mind that one time. That one time he did. But other than that, like he was in it the whole time. Like you got a pregnant lady here. Then even when the baby was there, 456 was holding the baby the whole time, and you didn't even reach out and touch your own child. This other man that has no relation to you is walking around with your baby. He was about to sit there and let the men go attack Gi-hun while your baby is strapped to him. Your baby is strapped to another man, and you just stood there and was about to let him do it.
And the thing is, what was his name? The main character is Gi-hun. What's his number?
456.
456. The way that he was the previous owner of the Deadbeat Dad of the Year title, and I was like, now he got to be the one with the baby. He don't even see his own baby.
He wasn't he?
Right? Yes. So I'm like, now suddenly he want to be Mr. Dad of the Year when when it's somebody else's baby. But I hated 333. Even down to the end with 222. It's like he didn't even try that hard to help her. Granted, she did, tell him like, I don't want anything to do with you, me or the baby. But bro, if you're any kind of man, you're going to be like, all right, look, let me at least try. The girl is only but 90 pounds. You could have just put her on your back at that point and hopped across them jump ropes.
That's what I thought he was going to do. Like, pick her up.
Yeah, he wasn't worth anything. Just in for the money. Tragic.
It literally was watching these people blatantly point the fingers at the baby. Was like, we gotta take her out of here. We gotta eliminate 222. Throw that baby off of the end over here. Like, we don't care about this baby at all. We don't need this baby taking our money. These men are these grown behind men attacking a baby girl, and he just standing there.
Yep, a mess. Horrible.
Horrible man like this, but was still at the corner of his eye, but like looking like, oh, I wish somebody would save my child for me, Oh boy, nah, you didn't deserve that baby at all, and he should have died way before then, and a more brutal death. Honestly,
yeah, I agree.
Is what should have happened. So the front man, fully out of the games this season. And living his best life. And being that he was part of the game and he understands social dynamics of people who come from nothing or people who are in extreme debt and need money and people who are literally like I have this and nothing else, so it's like every man for themselves. He knew social dynamics and he used that to exploit and manipulate the people in the game, while simultaneously saying we running a black market for organ harvesting. Actually, we actually helping people.
The spin of it all. Ain't that great?
We actually can be here helping somebody. If you really look at it, that's what we trying to do.
You squint your eye.
Exactly. Like I'm not completely barbaric at the end of the day. And like he thought he was doing something, giving Gi-hun that knife, and was just like, I mean, I'm trying to help you and the baby. If you just go ahead and slit the throats, because I would do it.
Yeah. What was up?
And I did it.
I don't understand it.
He's like, I would do it. I'd do anything to be out here surviving now. And would you do anything to survive? Because I mean, I know I would now. So I'm trying to save you and the baby by making you kill people in cold blood. How you feel about the front man?
I was thinking, okay, I have a couple questions about him because he seems to be switching teams left and right, because there was a whole thing with his brother. At first he saved him, but then he told the captain, kill all of them, including the brother, knowing that the brother was on the boat, the detective. Then when it came to Gi-hun, he gave him the knife, but also simultaneously made the game much harder and worse for him behind closed doors when he was with the executives or, the people paying for things behind the scenes. So it's like, was this like some sort of test, him giving him the knife? Like, was it a setup that, Gi-hun ultimately, didn't fall for? Or I still don't understand what the point of that was. Granted, they did have the little flashback scene where the previous front man offered him the same opportunity and he took it, right? He was stabbing him up. But it just seemed like what was the motive behind that? I still don't know.
Over here on mute. And yeah, we're going to talk about it some more at the very, very end.
Okay.
Because I do believe that between his brother popping up on and Gi-hun actually making like that ultimate sacrifice, I feel like it cracked at him a little bit. Because remember, he was somebody that got into these games because of his wife, and I think she was pregnant at the time.
Okay.
And she needed like a liver or a kidney or something. She needed an organ, and she didn't get it, and he didn't have any money to get one for her or whatever. And he lost her and the baby, so he just been pissed at everybody since then. Like at this point, he don't like nobody. Anybody can get it. I ain't got my own family,
so I'm taking y'all.
And barely be protecting his brother. Okay, he barely be itty bitty little pieces of protecting his brother, not all the way. But he's just like, anybody can go because I ain't got nothing else. But I think like the more he sits around and observes that not everybody is like the most evil people in the games. Exactly. Not everybody is just malicious and hates humanity. I think he might be starting to we're cracking at him just a little bit. And then you got these people who are just completely vile and disgusting humans. They don't even look at the people in the games as actual people. They see them as literally expendable. They're there for their entertainment. What is the movie? What is it? The Purge. When we get deep into the trenches of the Purge, and we start seeing the rich people actually paying to harm the less fortunate or the people living in poverty for their own entertainment. That's what I thought of when I seen the VIP crew, because at that point, apparently, if you are in debt and if you are broke and down and out, Rich people do not care about you. At this point, you're not even human. At this point, they're watching a rat race. They don't see you as anybody that have family. They don't see you as anybody that actually can feel real pain. You are there as their entertainment. And they're okay if you die in the process because they're also betting on this. So they got the coins invested into this. And I'm like, how rich do you have to be to lose all touch with reality so that putting people's lives on the line is entertainment for you?
1%ers. Noting that these are all like, super rich folks. The majority of them are, international. They're not from Korea. It was just a mess. And the fact that the front man, he got the nerve to get in position and make the games more horrendous. He's like, oh yeah, you can come in and actually shoot and kill them yourself if you want to. You can do that if you want to.
He done made it an interactive game. Like
exactly.
We got to play in there last time. This was new. This is a good front man right here.
Exactly. He's making it even more entertaining for them. So it's horrible. It's horrible. And they have the mask on to protect their identity whole time. But then it's like, it's evil, wicked people doing evil, wicked things. And you notice ain't no black folks in that room.
Because we got stuff to do. Because who got time for this?
Right.
Who got time for this?
Mm-hmm.
Just like in The Purge, we wasn't the ones sitting there trying to pay to obliterate and humiliate poor underprivileged people.
No.
Like, what is this? Like, I don't ever I always I want to be rich, but I don't want to be on this level where I completely lose sight of the human population.
It's boredom. You're so rich that you're bored. And there is a connection between like boredom and depravity. Apparently, there were like studies of that people who are bored, some of them tend to maybe self-harm or harm others, like that area in the brain that, becomes excited. It releases endorphins. And some people, when they cause harm in relation to boredom, it's so weird. It's like, and that's what this really speaks to, in my opinion. These people are so rich that they're bored with life. And they get something out of some sort of, endorphin rush, watching other people die and participating in the death of others. So yeah, it's
terrible. Before we keep going, just want to say hey to some of the people in the chat. Hey CT
Hi.
is out of town. He'll be back. So C is over here helping me hold it down today to talk about Squid Game. Who we got? Wild Child. What's up? And Cal is here. If y'all are here, because I can see y'all, say hey in the chat. Say what up in the chat. Let's take a second to talk about the games of this season.
All right.
Now, they started off a bit hardcore with this hide and go seek game because I can tell they even played with the lighting and the coloring for this. It got dark to show us that this game was brutal. So they split the people up by using like a gumball machine. And I love how everything looks like childlike, but y'all are like making our childhoods like really dark and devious. So you had the bubblegum machines, whatever color you got. Red was you get a knife and you're the hunters. Blue, you get a key and you get to hide and run away. Now, and if y'all want to switch sides, then you can, but this is what it's going to be. Then we had jump rope, which for a second I was like, oh, I could do this.
Facts.
But not on that little ass.
Yeah.
I have no sense of balance at all. So on that little piece of strip that they had to jump from, I said, oh, you know what? Maybe not. I thought for just a second that was been the one game I could have won was jump rope, but not on that little ass platform. And then we had at the very end, we had them. They had the giant, what is like the circle, square, and the triangle, to where we're like, we got to vote people off of our survival island.
Yeah, another Mario Party game I might add. I swear to jump rope this one, that final game, all in Mario Party. Go ahead and break out the Mario Party games, y'all, and pretend like you're in Squid Game.
And speaking of, you know what? I got Mario Party on the Switch and ain't played it yet. I might do some of that this week to
Bust
see,
it out.
to see, what are my gaming skills at this point? Let me see what they look like, because I was good in Mario Party back in the day. But yeah, and so that final game wasn't even that difficult.
No, it was
It
just
shouldn't
about
have been that difficult. People are stupid, is what they are. People are completely dumb, because that last game shouldn't even been what it was. See, how do you feel about the games this season?
Just like you, I felt like I could have won that jump rope game. I ain't gonna lie. Even with the low platform, as long as it wasn't double dutch, which it wasn't, thank God, because I would have been out on double dutch. But that one little rope, I think I could have did it. But the hide and seek game, this was very interesting to me, because there's a lot of strategies that could have been taken. And I want to ask you, if you were in the game, which side would you opt to be on? The blue team with the key or the red team with the knife?
I was very good at hiding and hide and go seek. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was very good at that. So, but it would have to come down to, but by this time in the games, go on, give me a knife, big dog. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of people that I hate. And on a good day, I'm fast. Okay.
All right.
I run track once upon a time, so I feel like I'd have been like Gi-hun when he's just like, I know somebody that when I see you, it's gonna be on site. It was gonna be on site, because all they had to do was take down one person, and you were like all pretty much like scot free. Like, I don't have to go on the killing spree and do a whole serial killer type thing. I know it's gonna be at least one person that I know done pissed me off from the way that they've been voting or the way they was playing these games. I would just eyeball. I would be like, Gi-hun, let me get that one and that one only, and I'll be fine.
Okay, I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. For me, I've been to one escape room, right? And it was not a pleasurable experience for me. I'm horrible at escape rooms. And I feel like if I were on the blue team, it'll just be that experience over again with like heightened anxiety. So I'm picking to have some folks, only because I feel like it's a little less of an emotional weight, right? Yes, you do have to, off somebody, but you've been in this game this whole time. You've seen people off. You've become numb to it at this point, right? So
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if it's going to be me or someone else, I'm going to choose me, and I'm going to, go ahead and take that knife out. Okay. And especially when they got old ladies on the other team, like I would have been smack after my mom the whole time. Right on her behind from the beginning. I would have been running straight for her.
I'd have definitely tried to go after her son 007, because he been weak the whole time. Oh, he would have been on the list. For sure, I would have went after him. But yeah, definitely. And yeah, see, they didn't tell you that to open some doors you would need. They just told you got a key, but they ain't say your key was gonna unlock all the doors. They lied on that behalf. But I mean, you was doing good if you was like 120, and it's like, I'll take the key because I'll body slam somebody and take their knife. Yeah, like, that's like, I'm good on that. Like, now if I had that kind of strength and ability, I would probably opt for the blue team so I can have my key and just go on and body slam. Because the way she would, it really wasn't that hard for 120 to take that knife. Okay.
No. But 120, like looking like 6'1", 200 pounds. That's why it wasn't hard. The tallest person in the game. Look at the picture in the corner, looking over everybody's head. But yeah, and I feel like the only way you could survive is if you had people in there that you could trust, which is a gamble, or you did like 100 did and played dead. Like that's you had to play dead the whole time and just wait it out and hope.
I know that was good. Now, unless you run up into a crazy person like the junkie dude that was just
Yeah.
like, oh, let me just do a little stab anyway, even though you already did. Because some people are literally just unhinged. But yeah, 100 was like laying there next to somebody else covered in blood.
Yeah,
and
with the blood on his
barely.
face.
I said that if I would have thought about that too, I might have went on hit. But see, you would have somebody would have a couple of bodies would have had to drop before you got to that place.
You had to wait for enough to get on the floor.
And then just lay there. But yeah, if I had to choose the gamble, because I just go ahead and I slit somebody's ankle while they walking past or something. Sometimes you just got to do what it takes to make
Wait
it out. Wait it out.
Oh, here we go.
As far as the workers that are there, the kind of the game hosts and whatnot. Noelle was in there for ulterior motives and whatnot the whole time. Because she was looking after, was it 436? Little girl?
The one she got out of the game?
What is that right over here in the corner?
245, it looked like, or 246.
Was looking after him. So, and she was seeing this whole organ harvesting thing. She is just like, this y'all doing too much in here. Like she was like, I was here to just, I was only here so I won't get fined. Like y'all doing too much. Y'all doing way too much for me in here. And at the end of the day, she just like, you know what? I'm about to get out of here. Like she was a fighter. Like she was not in there playing with these people. And she got our old buddy, made sure he was safe to get back to his sick daughter. She had to set that place on fire. She got him out on the boat, came back to make sure that his records and stuff was clean.
MVP. Now, was it me or I swear I was like, oh, they about to give her the baby.
Oh, me too. I thought she was gonna get. I didn't know. I didn't think they was gonna give it to her. I thought she was gonna go take the baby. Especially since we saw, and we know that now that she's out, that she's actually going to find her daughter. She was gonna be the one to take the baby.
Same.
But I'm glad that she made it out, and I hope that down the line we get some kind of closure to whether she found her child or not. But I definitely thought Noelle was about to go get that baby. The way she was looking, I was rooting for her this whole time because she played them.
She outsmarted him. That guy was a little sweet on her though. I swear. The other, like the lead of the pink suits. He was a little sweet.
That man, they over there playing a death game, body dropping, and he like, so what you look like outside your work clothes?
Exactly. What are we?
Exactly. Boy, what are you talking about? Can we stay focused here for a second? Like, well, I know a little place. We get off tonight when the game is over with. You trying to, you want to go.
He was like, look, just come on back around now, baby. I'll make it all disappear. Just turn right on back around, like, sir. Where's the decorum?
How was you trying to make a love connection and all these bodies? Do you not see people in here fight for their life right now? And you talking about I'm trying to see what you with your mask. I'm trying to see what you look like. And she like, I ain't even here for all of that. I'm trying to save my life, their life, his life. I'm trying to get up out of here. Right. And you worry about the wrong thing, friend. And that's how she was able to swindle.
Good for her.
Speaking of the detective, do you think that that 246 should have gotten
246? That's the dad, right? The one who she helped escape. Do I think he should have gotten the money?
I mean, well, he didn't win.
No, for what? What? Tell us why you think he should have gotten the money, because I don't see it. Why would he have gotten the money?
Right. And you think she and the detective? You know what? I actually wanted that to happen too. I honestly thought that the detective was going to, once he got in there, he was going to somehow run into Noelle, and that they would work together to kind of help bring this organization down. But they did. I would have loved to actually see them team up. What about you, C?
Not so much for me, only because that was too similar to like season one, where he was actually infiltrating the place and was, had on the little fake guard uniform. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they didn't do the team up. But I still like the detective as a character, even though I feel like he should have been giving up on his brother like a minute ago. He's all right though. I like him as a character.
I know. I feel like he been on 2 dummy missions because at this point, I think his brother told him, "You sit down at the house with this damn baby. God damn, you done came in here twice. I'm about sick of it. You ain't made a dent.
Right,
Nobody from the
exactly.
outside here. You done ran up on me up in here twice, and it has not made a difference. And you almost lost your life both times. Raise this damn baby because we done killed off both of the parents, and here goes some money to help you do it. Don't bring your ass back to this island."
Yeah, because he was like, he just needs something to do because he ain't about to be stalking me for the rest of my life.
Apparently, he just needed something to do. He
Yeah.
didn't know we got to go in there because I need to know who I don't even remember who saved me. And I know they do. We got to bring them down from the end. You first of all, your instincts on who you should and should not be trusting, you need to work on that a little bit, Mr.
Yeah.
Top Flight Security of the World. First of all, let's get that straightened out. Because the man that was betraying you was right there pretending to like you in your face. Like we cool, I got your back, homie. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He was defending that captain for a very long time, so he saved my life.
Yes.
Okay.
He would never do anything. Why would he do that?
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. Probably because he works for your brother is what I'm guessing. Do you think that he's going to keep that money and the baby?
I don't think he is. He seems to have like a very active moral compass. And not only that, I don't feel like he feels like he deserves to have access to this money or, this child at this point. He's, on a mission. I don't think the baby's going to stop him from doing that mission. I think if anything, he'll try to find like the grandparents of the baby, and end up, giving the baby off to the grandparents. But I don't think he's going to keep the baby.
Exactly. And continue. No, I have to bring them down.
Yeah.
I have to stay. No, you don't. But go sit down and be somebody to be a dad and live rich. Because obviously you ain't been doing good at your job at this far. Okay. Even when your homeboy was trying to warn you, you're not doing very well, detective. You know what? You might make a good rich dad.
And I don't know what this show trying to say, but every time dad gets an opportunity to take a baby, they always push it off. Because what's his name? The main character, he pushed off the baby to when he had the other girls. I think her little brother. He pushed it off to her mom. His mom pushed his daughter off to the mom. The 333 then pushed the daughter off because he wasn't trying to claim the daughter. So none of these men want to take care of kids. This whole series.
And I thought that even the front man was gonna keep this. He went over there to retrieve the baby. I was like, so because you lost your wife and child, you gonna keep playing two?
None of them want to be a dad.
The baby ain't even got no name. Axel, it's just player 222. We just ain't gonna name the baby at all. She just a game player, and the front man don't want the baby. Her own dad was about to throw her ass over the goddamn ledge. The detective, he more worried about solving the mystery than raising children. Y'all just a whole lot of deadbeats.
Yeah, and imagine if what's his name 456 won the game for whatever reason they had the baby. So say if he did actually stab everybody up in their sleep and walked out with the baby, that poor grandma, because she would have had another baby to raise, because he ain't doing it his damn self. He's dropping that baby right off.
Dropped him off, and then his daughter's older now. The daughter would have been babysitting the new baby. Like, now where the hell? You didn't even raise me, and and now you dropping off more of them.
I ain't seen you in 5 years, Dad.
You done dropped me off a check and a baby. What?
Golly.
For what? For why? Last but not least, Gi-hun 456. He was spending years of his time, years, trying to take down this organization, and he did not. Like, he failed. He tried from the outside to do it. He tried to infiltrate, come back in and do it.
Mm-hmm.
He did not. Just like the detective, like, y'all maybe y'all, we need to go about this another way, because nobody has been successful in tackling the destruction of this whole Squid Game enterprise. Like, it's way bigger and deeper than what y'all know, and they ain't even made it. And that's the thing, they have not even made a dent.
Yeah.
In this game. And I think after he realized that, like, the failed mission of just taking them down, he just was just like, you know what? If I can't do this, let me at least protect the innocent party, because the baby didn't even ask to come in the game. She didn't even sign up for this.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, I was just born. Okay, I ain't asked for all this. Okay. And so Gi-hun was just like, new mission, protect the baby at all costs. And I enjoyed seeing him with the baby, you know, once he snapped out of it, because after that he ain't even want to talk to nobody. Like, his fate was sealed. He's just like, I done got my friend killed and whatnot. I got these people hopes up. He was just kind of like, at this point, when he was handcuffed to the bed, he was just like, I don't give a damn no more. I don't give a shit. But when, you know, moms died and then 222 died, like, he had that baby strapped to him, protecting little 222 for life. It was, I don't know, that was so cute to me, him holding on to the baby. But how do you feel about Gi-hun? And okay, well, we didn't complete the original mission, but I guess I'll attach myself to at least keep this baby alive.
I wonder at the end if he regretted coming back or not. That's what I wondered, because he did. I would have definitely taken the money and minded my business.
Yeah, he should have kept that little red wig on and just went on about his life.
Sure should have. But at the end, when, you know, he sacrificed himself, and he took a while to, like, we didn't hear what his thoughts were or anything. He was just looking off into the distance. I wonder if he regretted it. Like, dang, all of these years, he could have just used that money. But yeah, he didn't really do anything. It's sad. He just wasted his life and his efforts and his funds. And not only that, the lives of other people that he employed, the other detective who died in with the rock, paper, scissors game. There's so many people that, you know, needlessly lost their life because he couldn't just let this go.
Correct.
So yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Still processing it. But he definitely didn't come and doing anything. Didn't do what he needed to do, unfortunately. He's a great guy, but yeah, it's a shame.
Where do you stand with Gi-hun in during these games?
What'd you say?
Where do you stand with Gi-hun during these games? Because, you know, he was a favorite. So when he sacrificed himself at the end, a lot of people was hurt. People was hurt.
I feel like, I feel like maybe he regretted it. Maybe he felt like he was a failure. Maybe he did find some solace in, okay, he helped this baby get at least as far as it did. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. Because it's so pointless. This whole thing of it was so pointless. So it's like, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, you know, Gi-hun, he should have just stayed home, bruh. Stay home, been a dad.
A lot of people was hurt that he had, because, and this is the thing, because you know, not enough people, y'all need to get out there and watch some horror movies, because every ending ain't happy. And I think people wanted Gi-hun to walk away with him and little 222 and go back home to take the baby back home, go back home, and, you know, reunite with his daughter. Like, you know, now that I have another person's child in my care, maybe this has sparked me to go and take care of my own after running into, you know, deadbeat dad 333. He might have saw like, God damn, was I like that? Did I abandon my child? I think everybody wanted a happy ending. Everybody wanted to see him take the baby, go home, be with his daughter. and just be like, maybe I can't beat him. Like, I'm gonna have to go about this another way. Or wanted us to see the detective and Noel team up together. Like, we got to go about this in another way. Like, we got to really take them down. Like, sometimes the ending ain't happy.
Yeah, that's true. But made me think, when it comes to 333 at the end, when they're on the last platform, or just before they get on the last platform, he tells Gi-hun to stay on the previous platform and hand him the baby. So it was his intention to sacrifice the baby the whole time. Was that what that was about?
I feel like he would have.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like 333 would have definitely sacrificed the baby. Because when he was dangling the baby over the ledge, he could have easily dropped, because he was like, by that time he was like frantic. He could have easily dropped her. And for you to even put her at risk by dangling her in that manner.
He didn't give a damn. Yeah.
He didn't give a damn. Or when they was still in their little room, and then people was just like, oh, I'm not splitting my money with no baby. And let's just go on and take the baby right now. And Gi-hun over there in the back with Lil 222 clutched to his chest. And 333 was just standing there like, goddamn.
Why would you say he was dangling the baby like that? I just got a flash of Michael Jackson and Blanket over the balcony. Oh no. Oh, that's messed up.
Kind of insert picture of MJ.
Baby Blanket just feet dangling over the
exactly, just had a dangling and whatnot. Nah, 333, he would have, to save his own self, he would have pushed that baby off the ledge.
Yeah. And I'm guessing maybe he wanted to make that final round easier for himself, which is why he wanted Gi-hun to stay on the other platform and be disqualified. So then by the time he got to the final one, he can just press play and drop the baby and win. I'm
horrible.
assuming. Yeah.
Horrible people. And that's what I'm just like, y'all are that willing. And they're like, oh, she doesn't know anything anyway. Like, what is she? Did somebody had a nerve enough to say, what's she going to do with all this money? What's she going to do with it? What she need that much money for? Huh?
So her mom's dead. What's going on?
Exactly. Her mom's dead. What is she gonna do with it? Like, she can't spend any money. Like, really? Instead of trying to protect. And then one of the men was like, hey, I got a wife and kids at home. But you're willing to throw somebody else's baby off of the platform. How can you go? And I know sometimes you're just like, it's either me or them. But I don't think I could throw somebody's baby off of the platform.
Yeah, that's a bit
for
much.
the sake of saving myself. Like, that is just barbaric and inhumane.
Yeah.
That this group of men were willing to throw that baby girl off of the platform to save their own ass, so that they wouldn't have to split up her money. And she was actually the first person that they said they wanted to sacrifice. When they came in, you remember during the little dinner scene, and they said, okay, it ain't but 3 people that's got to go left. And the first thing they said, the baby.
Baby, right. As if.
I'm like, these are some horrible people. So from that, when people say, oh, we protect women and children, and women and children are off limits, they was ready to get rid of the women and children first.
Sure was. Yeah.
When it was them against them, nah. They was ready to throw that. They said, F them damn kids real fast. But 4, 5, 6 was like, I already won this. I couldn't take the whole organization down. My only mission now is to save this little baby. And he went on and took himself out of the game, which was really good cinematography. And I like the way at the very end, like, you could see the fire from the place burning.
Yeah, through his eyes.
I really like the cinematography in that scene. But I'm glad, because I knew he was going to allow that to happen. And the baby don't won the game, and she don't even know why the hell she there. She is just like, y'all ain't gave me no milk since the dinner last night. I don't even know how I'm still here. I'm just laying there dehydrated.
Where'd they get that baby powder from? Were they just giving her regular milk? This is 2%.
just be malnutrition and everything. They ain't even give her no real onesie and diaper. They just said we gonna wrap you up in this and that's it. These are horrible people. Yeah. And not even the VIPs was like, pause. Can we at least give her an actual onesie, a pacifier, or something? The most they did was like let her keep the little baby carrier thing. The little seat that they had her in from dinner. They said, "I will let you."
Oh yeah.
They let her have a little baby seat. I said, "This is horrible. This is terrible." But last but not least, we get to the very end, and because this is when the front man, he dropped off the money, what was left, because Gi-hun ain't even spent all his money from the last time. Dropped off the money to his daughter, and she's in America.
Yeah.
And we in the alley, and we see Kate Blanchett.
Right. This was shocking.
I said, "Girl, what you doing out here?"
Right. Because she's a big actress. I'm like, I was shocked to see her face in Squid Games.
But if we taking the games from outside of Korea and we spreading them around, child, I don't trust Americans at all with this. Because
go ahead, because
the way Americans will definitely throw each other to the wolves. No, I don't even. These are people trying to put us back in Handmaid's Tale. They would have stole that baby in the middle of the damn night. Off of Gi-hun's dead body. I don't trust it at all. Y'all drop in the comment section and let us know. How do you feel about the Squid Game being international and being in America? Because I no, people over here act like they ain't got values and morals no more.
Yeah.
I don't trust it. And I think that the front man, I didn't see a look in his face that was just like, yeah, nigga, we out here international. Like, we really do. Like, we about to get this bread for real now. He gave me the look of shit.
So, but they did. There wasn't, I forget which season, but they did mention the VIPs about how the South Korea Squid Games is the best of them all. So I feel like it's been international for a while, but maybe this is his first time going over there to like see and spot somebody else who's actually in it because they're so underground, maybe. But yeah, I feel like if anything, I know it got to be America had the worst one. I'm sorry, because we already fighting for healthcare and watching people die with that, so we don't give a damn about. It's already a gladiator games here right now. So
exactly. That's just like we already fight for our lives over here. We already fight for our lives. This is not going to be good. Y'all taking this over to America. The healthcare system is already messed up. Inflation got us messed up over here.
Right.
We got a civil war. Don't nobody like nobody over here. At least within in Korea, they was all the same. Watch you bring it to America. We're gonna have to deal with sexism, racism, classism, caste system. All of that.
It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. That's what it reminded me of, that thing that was going around TikTok. It was like 100 Brits versus 100 Americans. I'm like, hold on. That's what's going to be in Squid Games in America. We're going to be the most vicious, unfortunately. But if that means we're getting more Squid Games potentially, like, do you think we'll get, international season potentially?
I absolutely think so. I don't know if I want to see them in America, because I actually would rather see, like, I don't know, like a Squid Game Japan, or like a Squid Game island, something on the islands or something.
Okay, Squid Game Brazil or over
there. Something like a Survivor Island of Squid Game or something.
Oh, an island, Cuba.
I want to see something like that, or Japan. I think that would be interesting. I can't, American. It's ghetto out here. Don't we put all our business on the front street and on front? It's already ghetto. We don't have to tell the world. how we behave. Okay, y'all ain't got to put. If y'all want to see how we act, go ahead and go watch The Purge. That'll show you enough how we act over here. Because they were a straight ass fool. I don't need to see nothing else from Americans. But if they do, I'm gonna need them to bring in the heavy big dogs for the acting. Because see, if we got Kate Blanchett, that means y'all got money to afford some good ones. So if it comes to America, I need us to have a good front man. I need us to have good acting with the people that's gonna be the players. Like y'all gonna have to show me something with the acting, because that's what's gonna save us. Because I already know we roguish out here, ain't a bunch of savages out here in these American streets. So to save it, the acting has to be good in it. If the acting ain't gonna be good, then give me another country.
Now, question, because we have mentioned The Purge several times in this episode. If you were dropped into either universe, where would you choose to be? Would you choose to be in The Purge, or would you choose to be in the Squid Game?
I'm gonna say The Purge, because we know it's gonna happen once a year. So I got 364 days to prepare.
But no, you'll just be dropped in it. No prep time, just dropped in it.
Oh, dropped in?
Dropped in.
Well, at least. Okay, I would still say The Purge because there's more freedom to run around.
Okay.
See, they're trapped in there with in the Squid Game. They're trapped and they can't leave.
Okay. I can see that.
But with The Purge, I got a wider place to like run. And I need to know like where now, like we gonna be like all of a sudden tomorrow is good, and then I already know I got enough ammo, or I need to know if I can be around trustworthy people. Like, is anybody gonna turn on me? Like, at least in the if I would hope that I would know what trustworthy people to be around, and that I have heavy artillery around me, so that I ain't got time for this foolishness. And I know that I only need to survive that night.
Okay.
And then it'll be over. Like, I just need to hear that go off, that buzzer go along. Because no, in Squid Game, we got to play this to the end, and then I can't leave.
Yeah. Oof, that's a hard thing for me, because I was thinking, okay, yeah, Squid Game, it is multiple nights, but at the end of it, you could potentially walk out as a billionaire, versus The Purge, which is one night. But it's one night for the rest of your life, bruh. It's one night a year for the rest of your life. So we're like spry and young now, but by the time we're like 60, we got to fight in The Purge. It's over for us. So I'm like, this is harder. This is harder than what I originally thought when I think about it like that. But then you got to count. There's a lot of strategy involved with Squid Games. This is so hard. I don't even know for myself, and I asked the question. I'm going to say maybe Squid Game, only because it's once I'm done, if I win the money, best case scenario, if I win the money, I'm done. I'm not going back in like Gi-hun. I'm done. I don't gotta do nothing else. But
see,
yeah,
what if you in The Purge, at least you can build, like, if I know I got prep time now, and I'm gonna have to do this again next, I'm building an underground bunker. Like that one family did, like in the very first one with Ethan Hawke. It's like, I'm locking this shit down, and nobody's getting in, nobody's getting out. Like, we're gonna be good. We're gonna ride it out.
The price gouging that's going to be around any kind of underground, it'll be completely out of the range of affordability for any like average person. Like, we're going to be 60 in a regular A house, hoping and praying that nobody break it.
We got to board this thing up, and we're gonna be up all night. Anybody come close, we setting up a perimeter. Okay, we got somebody at eyes on every area, and it's
all the golden girls.
It's somebody sniping at. See, that's when you start to pay the young folks to do it. Okay, we're gonna start to pay these young kids to come stand outside. I'm too old to be guarding the premises anymore, but I'll give you a couple dollars if you come over here and guard the premises, and by morning you might have a little something in your pocket, you know. And by that time, now if you're 60-some years old and you ain't got no underground bunker yet, what was you doing?
That's true. What were you doing with your life?
Because I can give myself time to survive that one night, but if I have to keep playing these games over and over and over, because some games I just know my ass ain't gonna damn win.
Oh yeah,
I just know the game that they played in season 2 with them little hand games. I knew I wouldn't know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When they was like that game that looked like Jacks, where you have to like drop and pick stuff up.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
not.
was
I'm
thinking
not.
the cookie game from season 1 where they had to like break in the cookies and carve around the cookies with the shape. I
I'm
would have been
not
done.
winning that either. That the little platform game where they had to like jump to the next tile. I'm not
Uh-huh.
winning that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not doing that. What is it? Tug of war? Forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Forget. I ain't got no strength in these arms. My Shih Tzu is too heavy for me to hold sometimes. So I know that there's certain games that I'm not gonna win. And
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I like hurt my ankle doing something. And because I kept looking at 222, like, girl, you better hop on one foot and go over there and play jump rope.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I hurt my ankle one time yesterday and could barely stand on one leg. I said, oh, never mind. This is why she.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
I said, never mind. I ain't got enough. I said, if I ain't got enough balance on one damn leg, she ain't gonna be able to do it, big dog. That makes sense. I'm not gonna be able to play all them damn games successfully.
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
I got even better one.
All right.
Squid Game or Jigsaw.
Okay.
But it's one game though. It's one game. He got you for one game. That's it.
Okay, but I still got to play all 3 games of Squid Game.
No, either all the games in the Squid Game or one game with Jigsaw.
Okay, that's hard too because what am I getting with Jigsaw? Just my life? If I win, I get money if I win. I can come out a billionaire if I win Squid Game, especially given that I really only have to survive one game and convince, but then you got to convince everybody else to not do another game. So I guess Jigsaw, Jesus. Yeah, Jigsaw.
That's all you got to do now is one. Just one.
Jigsaw, I'm picking Jigsaw. I'll do whatever he need me to do, I guess.
So you gonna take your teeth out just for your life?
Well, what other choice? What other choice you
With
got?
the last person, they had to like cut their own stomach open and take something and take out a organ or take out a key or something. Now, if you go mutilate yourself one time,
now he's staring at me over your shoulder. He's looking at me like, yeah, pick this game around. Why is he looking at me like that, Jigsaw? Looking crazy.
And that one, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because some of them games had been. I don't know if I could have took my foot off.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oof.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so you think it's Squid Game?
I don't know. Y'all let us know in the chat. Squid Game or Jigsaw?
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
It depends on what game I gotta play with Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, but ain't none of them good at the end of the day. Because
Mm-hmm.
at some point, I'm gonna have to mutilate myself.
Okay.
If I know ahead of time, now this is hypothetical.
Not you gotta know you don't know. Just like the game, you don't know what the game is. You don't know what's going on with Jigsaw.
If I knew ahead of time, I'ma do like Thanos and have these some Infinity Stones.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Then I would be in an altered state of mind to mutilate myself.
Oh God.
For one time. Then I could do it. If I knew it's just one game, I would do like Thanos and just take and do that because he was down for anything because he wasn't in his right damn mind.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his friends, they was just, higher than a damn kite and was just getting through it. Now, if I could do Jigsaw if I just knew that would help me to mutilate myself.
Okay.
I don't know if I could do it outside of that. If I had to be like free and sober minded, and you said chop off your foot, just kill me, dog.
I'm chopping the foot off. I'm sorry. I'd rather just chop it off. We're just one swift.
I be yelling, trying to do my own hair, and I have locks now. And when I'm trying to braid and twist my own hair, I be like, yelling and stuff. But I'm like, why do that? I'm hurting my own self. I can barely even do my own hair without yelling. I don't think I get that far. Let's see. Dang, y'all roguish in these comments. Jigsaw. Damn. The Dozens game with Jigsaw. Damn, y'all pick Jigsaw over Squid Game? I guess that just if you y'all so y'all willing to just go ahead and slice open your own stomach, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think one person he made them scoop out their own eyeball. Y'all gonna be one-eyed Jack after this. Y'all could have went to the Squid Game and been a millionaire.
Like how she said about this special game just for you.
Look, listen, okay. If it's got what Thanos had in there, okay, I can get through it. I can't get through it and like with my mind right now. Like I have to be in an altered state of mind for him to say, okay, if you pull back your eyeball and back there, I put the key behind your eye socket. I can't do that like right now. But if I'm in Thanos' state of mind, I'd be like, yeah, all I gotta do is move. Cool. How long? I can do this right now and walk out. Cool.
Yikes.
I'm good. I can do it. Who said? I do like Gi-hun now. Y'all are wilding in this comment. See. Look, Jigsaw somewhere sitting out like, now how I get in this?
Right. I told you, he right behind you looking at everybody in the face.
Exactly. I know, like, now how I get in it? This wasn't even about me. If you all have not, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe on the channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on C's channel. C, tell us what you got going on that's superior.
All right. Well, my channel, See the Superior, we've been talking about Iron Heart. We do after show about that Wednesdays at 8. We also do a weekly segment or a weekly show called Geek News. We just wrapped it up earlier today. So check out my channel and go straight to the Geek News video for all of the comic book and superhero related news of the week. And after this, around 7 o'clock, I'll be doing my book club review with a couple of my girlfriends. And we're talking about the book. It's called A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. So if you just so happen to have read that book, join us because we'll be discussing that at 7 p.m. tonight.
Thank you, C. Again, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Slice of Horror, See the Superior. Right now, go ahead to the channel. I got episodes 1 through 3 of Iron Hearts on the channel. Just finished Godfather of Harlem. So there is not only recap and reviews of the whole season 4 of Godfather of Harlem, but there are some cast member interviews also on the channel. I just did a review for 28 Years Later on the channel. So be on the lookout for some more horror movie reviews coming out on the channel. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be reviewing Fantastic Four and Superman coming up this summer. So be on the lookout for all of those good things. Thank you everybody for hopping in with us in the chat and chiming in. Drop your comments down below. Tell us know what you thought of season 3 of Squid Game. And if they come back with more, will you be here to watch it? Will you be here for international Squid Game? Y'all down to watch it? If we just building a whole universe of Squid Game, are y'all gonna be here for it? But again, thank you all for joining us, and I'll see you in the next one.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
What a beautiful
Thank you.
wedding. What a
Thank you.
beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame. What a shame. A poor groom's bride
Thank
is
you.
a whore. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard
Thank you.